Hello and welcome to Swords, Spears and Arrows. I'm your host, Camille Babin. Thank you for tuning in for another episode. I didn't know what I was going to share today. I really had no idea. I wasn't even ready because I didn't feel like there was anything that resonated within my spirit. And I said and I made that promise to myself that I will never share anything that I don't feel like God is placing his seal on. If it's not something that I feel like I'm supposed to share, even when comes a Wednesday, I don't want to release something just because it's a day. I don't want to be tied into schedule and that routine. Yes, there's a need to be consistent. There's a need to stick to a schedule, but at the same time, I don't want to fabricate anything that I will share on this platform just because I have to produce something. I always want to make sure that whatever I share is something that I know God has placed on my heart to share, and I can do so. So I've been praying all week, and I didn't have any direction for this podcast this week. I didn't know what to share about. I really had no idea. It's like I don't want to say my mind went blank, but whatever I was meditating on, I didn't feel like it was something for the podcast. So I said, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to record anything. If I don't have any, it's okay. I can miss a week. It's not a big deal. But at least I will make sure that I'm not sending, something that wasn't for the season. And so Wednesday morning, went by, and that's usually the day that we release it. And nothing. Wednesday evening, I was watching. Actually, I wasn't watching the TV. I was working. I was on my laptop, and my husband was sitting right next to me, and he was watching TV. And he loves sometimes to watch, just when he comes home from. I mean, he comes home from work, and he just wants to unwind a little bit, and he likes to watch the top 10 of those singing contests. Like it can be The Voice, or it can be America's Got Talent. I mean, those different shows, and he loves to look at the best one. He loves to watch the top 10 or the best, episodes or whatever. So while we were watching it, I wasn't really watching, but you can hear it because you're sitting right next to it. And there was this moment when they went on a commercial break. And, they went on the commercial break, but they were still showing us basically, it's like it was a break for them. So they were still filming. So we could see them on the break. And it was important because they were showing actually what happened during the break. And usually, I think during the break, they have the audience, they just pick random people within the audience that can sing or that want to sing just to fill, these hours or this time. And the person just stands up and sing, and maybe they have fun. I don't know, because it's never shown. So I really don't know, but that was the first time. And you see the host walking up to a few people, and he's asking, you want to sing? You want to sing? And there's this little girl. He's like, you want to sing? And she was very timid at first. She was like, "Oh, okay." And then you see everybody around saying, yes, girl, you sing it, sing it. Very cheering her on and encouraging her. So, she got the mic. She took the mic and she started, okay, like I'm gonna sing. And of course you feel like, okay, she's in the audience, so she probably cannot sing. And that girl started to sing Amazing Grace. I mean, she didn't sing it, she performed it. She sang it like it was a star, like it was her own concert, or she was, doing those music concert. And the whole room, everybody was in shock. The same people that were encouraging her and saying, sing, sing, they were just turning around in their chairs, amazed, because nobody expected to see or to hear that voice come out. Nobody saw it. And it was funny how they were also showing one of the judges that was walking back to his seat when he heard the girl, and he was shocked. He stopped for a moment and he couldn't believe it. And then they started asking her, they said, is that your first time that you come here? Are you in the audience? She said, no, I've been coming here. I think she said for 4 years, or if she said she was 4 years, but anyway, she's 11 now. She's 11 years old. And if she's been coming for 4 years, that means she was 7. Or if she's been coming since she was 4, then it's been 7 years. Whichever way, it doesn't really matter. But she sang, and then they asked her, they said, but why didn't you audition? And she was all shy, and she couldn't really answer, like, I don't know, she's not, maybe she wasn't very sure. But they were just so shocked that they asked her if she would just get on the stage and sing. So they asked her permission to the dad, and the dad said yes, that was fine. So she just got on stage and she started to sing. And she was still timid, she was still shy, but she sang it even better than what she did on the ground. They asked her first, do you need some water? She said no. Do you want, a tryout? She said no, I'm good. And she started to sing, and she stopped. And the judge said, no, you can keep on going. And she continued. And at that moment, I just stopped working, and I was just looking. I was just watching so intensely. And what I heard in my spirit was the scripture when Paul tells us we have to be ready in and out of season to preach the gospel, or to answer when we're being asked the question, or about our Lord Jesus Christ. But in that moment, I was just hearing, be ready in and out of season. And that's what I could see with the little girl. I said, she's 11 years old. She went every year with her dad to sit in the audience. Maybe she never even expected that she would be asked to sing, even on the break, let alone on the stage. But she was ready. She didn't really care, whether she got a mic or not. She always went there ready. And the dad, she sang, and she was actually selected to move on to the next round, and actually to the final round, she kind of even skipped through the line and just, were really put ahead of other people. And when they asked the dad, like, okay, what kind of girl she is and how long she's been singing, and he said he had cancer, and she's been singing to him since she was 2 years old, because he had that for 9 years, and she's been singing for all that time. So that was just a confirmation. Oh, for me, that's what I needed to hear. And I felt like that's what the Lord wanted me to share with you today. That the things that you do, even in the secret place, the things that you do that no one seems to pay attention to, or maybe you just do it for an audience of one. Maybe it's just because of your dad. Maybe it's just because of your mom, or because of your child, or even your spouse. It doesn't really matter. But that very thing that you do, when in your mind or in your eyes you feel like, oh, it's just for that person, I'm just enjoying it, or it's just a gift, or it's just a talent, or I just enjoy doing it, it's just a hobby. No matter what it is, don't disregard it, don't discount it, don't dismiss it. Continue to hone on your skill. I really felt like that was a message that God wanted us to hear, to us all, not just you, but even me speaking, because I took it personally. Because a few months ago, I had the honor of watching Dr. Bill Winston conference. He had a leadership conference, and it was the first time that I was introduced to this amazing speaker, and her name is Terry Savelle. And she was, at first when she came, her voice is very particular, so I didn't think I would be able to watch the whole, a whole session, but I was just intrigued and amazed by what she was sharing. And she was sharing her testimony, and she said that, at the time when things were not going in the right direction for her, but she heard the Lord tell her those words. And he told her, he said, when you're ready, get ready. And I felt like for the couple of months, maybe the last 2 months or so, that's what I kept hearing in my own spirit. I heard, like the Lord speaking to me, but using her testimony, using her voice to say, Camille, when you're ready, get ready. And I felt like the Lord was just making sure that I heard those words and I would get ready. And I feel like it's still the season when He's still encouraging us. He's still even summoning us. I feel like it's not so much an encouragement. It's more like a summoning. It's more like a command. It's more like a pressing. There's a sense of urgency that comes with it. When God said, get ready, be ready. Don't wait until the opportunity comes. Don't wait until the contract is before your eyes. Don't wait until you meet the people. Don't wait until you're in a certain room or you have a certain lifestyle. I don't know what it is for you, but just don't wait, because we tend to feel like, oh, when the opportunity will come, then I will do this. When I have this time, I will do that. No. You will not be able to recognize the opportunity unless you're ready. It's your preparation that determines the opportunity. If you're not ready for it, you will never see the things that come along your path. In your journey, you will never appreciate them through the eyes of opportunities. You will just see them like, okay, it's just a random fact. But when you prepared, then you know that whatever you see, that's an opportunity. For someone else in the same room, if they were just singing, just to sing, just to feel those minutes of break, if they were just there, to entertain, they would have had that. It would have been just that, right? They would just be singing. Everybody would probably be clapping or laughing, and they would sit down, and that would be it. But for this little girl, this 11-year-old girl, she had that dream in her mind. She had that vision. She didn't know how it was going to come about. She didn't even think that it would be possible. But she still prepared as if one day someone will ask her to sing. Someone will ask her to perform. That it wouldn't just be for that. It wouldn't just be at the hospital. She was prepared. Even to the point that when they asked her if she needed a tryout, she didn't need anything. She was ready. She was ready. And that's what I feel like God is telling us today. He's telling you and I. He's saying, get ready. Be ready. Don't look at, sometimes we say, yeah, but I'm not there yet. I don't have this room yet. I don't have this number of followers. I don't have this number of people. I don't have this. It's not about it. Just be ready. And I have one of my previous managers years and years ago. Actually, was our regional director when I was in banking. And he used to say, he said, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. He said that's what people call luck. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. I don't believe in luck. I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. I don't believe in luck. I believe in blessing. But even the blessing of the Lord must meet our preparation. Even when God has assigned you something, even when He has made you a promise, that promise will come when you're prepared, when you're ready. Because if the promise shows up before and you're not ready, it will not feel to you like it's a promise. It will not feel to you like that's what God said. And the problem will not be in the promise. The problem will be in the preparation. So maybe you look at things that are happening in your life and you cannot see them as promise yet because you're not prepared. They're not your opportunities. They're not your blessing. And God is just saying, be ready. Get on it. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until, it passes you by now to realize that was the opportunity that God was sending you. Be ready. Every day you get up, make sure that you do what you're supposed to do. And for me, I take it personal. Being an entrepreneur, being in business, every day I get up, it doesn't matter how many clients I get for the day. It doesn't matter, how many people will come to the office. It doesn't matter how many people I get to speak to. It really doesn't matter. What matters is how ready I am. Is how prepared I get. I get up in the morning thinking today can be the day. So if that opportunity that I'm praying for presents itself, will I be ready for it? So I'm asking you the same question. If the things that you're praying for, you see them today, they happen right now in your life, will you be ready for it? Or will you need some time? Would you require some more time? Would you have to say, I'm sorry, come back later, I'm not ready? No, God is saying, be ready now. Don't wait until something changes. Don't wait for this or that. Just be ready. Do your part. Just like that girl. So I just want to leave that with you today. And I just pray that we will not waste time, that we will not waste any minute, any second. We will not delay the things that are meant to happen now just because we're not ready, because it's not for God to make you ready. He can do only but so much. We have our role to play. We have our part to, our responsibility as well. And we have to be ready. If that means you have to go to school, if that means you have to learn or you have to apply for that certificate or even apply for that job, or just rehearse in your room where nobody sees you or nobody hears you, write that book, write those drafts, do that blog, whatever it is, just get ready and be ready, because the opportunity is coming. And you don't want to not be ready when the opportunity shows up. You want to embrace it fully, because that's what God intends for you. He intends to bless you, but He can bless you if you don't get ready for the blessing. So I leave you with that. I pray that you have a blessed week, a fantastic week. And thank you again for subscribing. Thank you for following us and sending us a prayer request. If you need us to stand in agreement with you. And don't forget to tune in next week. It will be Wednesday by the grace of God, unless I don't get anything. But just take care, and we talk to you next week.